Hello, my friends. It's me, Chris Biffle, also known as Coach B. It is November 24th, live, and such a show for you tonight. We're talking about one of the most popular of our new products, Brainies, and we're linking it to one of our most powerful programs, Superspeed. So let me just ask my online audience, anybody playing any of our Brainy games, like any of our Superspeed games, like Superspeed Math, Superspeed 100, Superspeed 1000? Who's playing those games? Taking a drink? Superspeed Math, says Southern Teacher. That's a good one. These are all available at wholebrainteaching.com. Varner K says, sure, Superspeed Reading. Adrian, you're going to love them. Kath Ave, glad to hear that you're using these programs. All right, my friends, let's get right to it. Here we go. One of the highest rated books on Amazon.com, surprisingly enough, is Whole Brain Teaching for Challenging Kids. Our little book is beating international bestsellers. Hunger Games has 4.6 out of 5 stars. We've got 4.9 out of 5 stars. We're beating international bestsellers. Anybody want to say a few kind words online about Whole Brain Teaching for Challenging Kids and who's bought it, who likes it? And I hope if you bought it, my friends, if you bought it, could you write a nice review at Amazon? That's right, Holt. Melinda, God bless you. Michelle Shelton, thank you so much. Let me tell you something, my friends. Let me just tell you something. I'm working on a new edition, and there's going to be a second book. The second book is 101 Amazing Games. Yes, 101 amazing games. Who's excited to have 101 amazing whole brain teaching games? I hope you're excited. I'm excited to write the thing. 101 games. Actually, don't tell anybody. There's 125 games, but there's like 24 bonus games. I'm taking a drink. I'm almost done writing the thing. All right, my friends. So much for what's coming. Let's have the show tonight. Here we are. Read the rave reviews of our book, Whole Brain Teaching for Challenging Kids, at Amazon.com. We are Whole Brain Teaching, one of the world's most popular education websites. Why? We're fun, we're free, and it works. And here's the good news for tonight. Unbelievable but true, but this webcast concludes with 149 pages of freebies. Can I get some excitement from my teacher friends for 149 pages of freebies? Yeah, you're glad you're here tonight. Gotta love free. Shazam, says Kelly Avery. Joycery says awesome. So stick around to the end of the show if you like free. Here's a lot of free stuff. Here we are. Here's the story. 20 years ago, a phrase popped into my mind, the wisdom game. The wisdom game. And all I knew was the more you play, the wiser you become. Just a title and a subtitle. I had no idea such a thing could exist, but I dreamt about what it would be like. A game that made you wiser. I think I was influenced by Hermann Hesse. Anybody ever read Hermann Hesse? He wrote Siddhartha, but he also wrote a book called The Bead Game. Hermann Hesse, big deal in the 60s. I wonder if we got any readers of Hermann Hesse, Hesse, out there. Never heard of Herman, says Kelly Avery. Andre is online. If you want to understand the spirit of the 60s, go read Hermann Hesse and Siddhartha. All right, here we go. In my dream, the wisdom game could be played by students of any age from kindergarten to college. Anybody could play it. And you should be able to play it in any subject, whether math or art. So kindergarten to college, any subject. And here's the third dimension. Imagine that's 3 dimensions there. Students of any ability, special ed to gifted, could play the wisdom game. So if you're in kindergarten or 16th grade, whatever your subject, whatever your ability, the wisdom game would make you wiser the more you played it. Anybody getting some excited vibes about such a game? Anyone could play, of any skill level in any subject. My online audience feeling the excitement there? Oh yeah, says Liz from Elizabeth. Take a genius to create such a game, says Denise. Awesome, says Abhorn. And Marianne 12 says it sounds wonderful. You know, the thing is, you can see why the idea of such a thing would appeal to a teacher. I mean, we're juggling 50 balls. What if we only had to juggle 1 ball? Any subject, any kid, any grade. It would be cool. So you have this 3-dimensional learning space, and the wisdom game would be the game of games. A special ed kindergartner could play the wisdom game in art and get wiser. A gifted college student in math could play the wisdom game and get wiser. What a wonderful dream. A game that could be played by a student of any age, of any ability, in any subject. Yeah. I think you're feeling the vibe. So here we go. It took 20 years, but the wisdom game became Brainies. And Brainies became Superspeed Brainies. A game that can be played by any student, any grade, and any subject. So that's what's in store for you tonight. Not next week, not in a month. The current version of the wisdom game, universal, very simple, capable of remarkable complexity, and based on this thing we've been working on called Brainies. Let's just look at Brainies for a second. There are 2 levels of Brainies, as you know, beginner and competition. So let's just look at beginner Brainies. And these are all available online. Here are some beginner Brainies for beginners. You see, each Brainie has a gesture. Let's run through them. So this is because. This is also, zoop with a comma. This is in conclusion. This is an adjective. This is a capital letter. See, we change critical thinking into gestures to make it visual, physical, and more fun. 3 things critical thinking almost never is. And that's the power of Brainies. Who in my online audience are using Brainies? Melinda Sprinkle says she loves a triple whammy. Lisa Rebecca in 2nd grade says she loves them. Blizzard loves them. Joyce uses them every day, all day. Our Heart 18 uses every single day. Holton Texas every day, and Marianne 12 does in kindergarten. Well, I think I've got the right audience here. So what you do is, my friends, you make 2 pages of the Brainies, one with the words, the other with the without the words, so kids can practice the gestures. That's just a big, huge flashcard. And competition Brainies are really complete. I mean, it's the whole enchilada. You may get too excited when you see this next screen, but there are 35 competition Brainies. They all fit on one page. The back and front of one page, the world's greatest flashcard. They cover just about everything you'd need in a K through 12 classroom for critical thinking, for reading, for writing. And we had a whole webcast. And I'll tell you the webcast number before too long on Brainies. And the same deal, the back is just the pictures and the front is the words so your kids can easily review them. Put it all together and you've got a really neat system. But no game yet. And if you want to see some Brainies used in class, there's a website. Now, set up a very special program tonight. Interactive. So if you want the complete program, download the Brainy game under free ebooks at wholebrainteaching.com. And I promise not to change it for the next 15 minutes. Before we get started with Superspeed Brainies, here are some questions. I'm going to ask you some questions. You give me your answers. Question 1. How often do your students make errors with capital letters, commas, and periods? Often? Way beyond often? Give me a sand grain for every error, and I'll have a beach home in Malibu. You tell me, 1, 2, or 3, how often do your kids make errors with capital letters, commas, and periods? I'm taking a drink. You get it? All the time, say people. 3 says T rough. Isn't it amazing how often kids are making these errors? Andre Desch in middle school says, I'll take a beach home in Malibu. What's Kelly Avery say down there in Louisiana? Let me bring her. Not as often as now. Blizzard says she has a 7th grader who won't use capitals. Maybe it's a psychological thing. Here's my next question. Do your kids have difficulties constructing simple arguments, not to mention complex ones? Yes. Oh my, yes. And I can't read the question through my tears. How tough is it for your kids to make simple arguments in writing? Tell us, my friends. Oh my, yes, says Cheryl McCarty. Our Hart and Varner says, oh my, yes, indeed. Holt doesn't even have kids who are writing arguments. Joycery says they're getting better. I'm glad to hear that, Joycery. Here's my next question for you. Would you be delighted if every pupil in your class could write topic sentences? 1, delighted. 2, delighted square. And 3, I'm not sure if my ticker could take it. What do you say? Who would be thrilled if they could write topic sentences? Lots of threes for this one. Topic sentences are a cruncher. A lot of people saying they're in danger of their ticker. Interesting to see the response on topic sentences. I hope you see where this is going, because Superspeed Brainies is going to handle some of these problems. Blizzard says we've been working hard on topic sentences. Next question. How rare is the pupil who writes a tightly organized essay or even a well-constructed paragraph? 1, I once heard the legend of such a kid. 2, I knew the cruel teacher who spread the legend. Pretty rare, isn't it? Pretty rare. I mean, to have a kid write a well-organized paragraph, why the problem with writing? Not enough repetitions, and we made it too hard, and it's not fun. Let's just solve the writing problem tonight. I'm taking a drink of California Clear. As rare as a teacher's Christmas bonus, says Holt. That's that Texas sense of humor, my friends. A couple more questions. We're diving into it. When your students write paragraphs, are they able to focus on one controlling idea? Of course they can, most of the time. Well, honestly, I sincerely wish they could. 2, show me the way and I will follow. Controlling idea for paragraphs. Are you with me? I'm taking a drink. I got a feeling most of you guys are with me. Oh yeah, Blizzard's right. I'm going to show you the way. All right. Would you flip if there was a game that took only 5 minutes of your class time that dramatically improved your students' speaking, thinking, and writing skills? Isn't the key word there 5 minutes, my friends? Isn't that what we want? Something that's quick and fast and fun. Who's digging 5 minutes? Southern Teacher likes fast and fun. Liz from Elizabeth is digging it. Joycery is certainly digging it. Teacher from South Dakota is just excited about 5 minutes, and Kelly Avery is digging it all the way. 5 minutes is all we're going to need here. All right. How eagerly motivated are your kids to improve their writing skills? 1 answer, my kids are eagerly motivated to do anything that'll earn them a Super Improver star. 2, I wish I knew about Super Improver star. This is a big buildup, my friends, but it's going to be worth it. Who is having so much fun with Super Improvers? Everybody. If we can tie something to Super Improvers, we've got it. My friends, if you are not using Super Improvers, please do. Look at the online response here. T. Ruff says, Super Improvers has changed my life. Is that all, T. Ruff? Just change your life? A little more enthusiasm there? Michelle says, it drives my students. All right, I'm ready to go. Here we go. Welcome to Superspeed Brainies. Here's the 5-minute game that'll change everything. A lot of design work in this one. It's our K-12 game. Will teach your kids a host of basic thinking, speaking, and writing skills in only 5 minutes a day. You won't have to grade a single paper. 1, you love it. 2, there goes my ticker. Each Superspeed game, now pay attention, this is crucial. Each Superspeed Brainy game is played the same way. Taking turns, students work in teams of 2, completing the challenge as many times as possible in 1 minute. Students are encouraged to help each other. When teams beat their record, each player earns a Super Improver star. Let's emphasize this. So we got 2 kids. They take turns playing the game for a minute. 1 kid helps the other kid, and they set a record. They play again for a minute. If they beat their record, whatever their best record was, both of them get a Super Improver star. Start to finish, 5 minutes. Tell me if you're already digging Superspeed Brainy. I'm taking a drink. K to 12. What's my online audience say? Digging it to China, says Bree007. Kelly Avery loves it. Down to China already, says Blizzard. Varner K says, yes, I'm digging, and digging it deeper, says R Heart 18. Joycery says she is digging it, and teacher in South Dakota is digging it deeper. Here we go. Simple game. Now, this is what we've learned, and you guys are teaching me this. If you can tie it to the Super Improver team, you have maximum student engagement. There's a sample of the Super Improver team. Look at webcast 586, it's free. We've never found any motivation system more powerful than the Super Improver team. Educators from coast to coast have noted its remarkable power. Kids will do almost anything to earn a Super Improver star. Here it is. Superspeed Brainies. Students only need to learn 5 Brainies and the game will teach them. These are the magic 5. Here we go. Capital letter, end mark, because, and comma, zoop. Those 5 correctly put together will achieve wonders. Only 5 Brainies. We got 35. Focus on those 5. I'd call them the golden Brainies. Whose kids already know the 5 golden Brainies? Look at them again. Capital letter, end mark, because, and comma. Let me give you the gestures. Capital letter is a big letter. End mark, that's a period. Comma, zoop. And like this, and because clapper, we clap our hands because is so important. A lot of people say they're pretty solid on those 5. Let's see what we can do. Now, look at the screen. Every Superspeed Brainy game comes complete with a simple graphic. Here's the graphic. A list of 40 topics, instructions. Kids will never say, I don't know what to write about. So here are the 40 topics. I'll show you the 8 Superspeed Brainy games starting on the next slide. First of all, don't you love that there's 40 topics there? So no one is saying, I don't know what to write about. Oh, my friend, there's 40 things you can write about there. So you don't have to stop and prompt and coax, etc. It's just there. You project it. I'm taking a drink to 40 topics. The last 2 topics will get your kids. The last 2 topics are zombies and more zombies. So you just Andre, let me talk to my science friend. Andre just put up 40 things in science they can write about. All right, so now we're going to go through the 8 Brainy games. So simple, so quick, so fast, so free. Here is game 1. Name that Brainy. Using Brainy gestures and sound effects, take turns with your neighbor naming as many Brainies as possible. So those are the 5 Brainies. They just capital letter, N mark, the cause clapper, and comma. Nice and simple. Boom, 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 boom. Time's up. One kid has got to be marking every time they went through. All right, let's play again for a minute. Just learn the Brainies like that. Simple. All right. Everybody with me? Yes, indeed. That's game 1. Here is game 2. Capital and period, very simple. Here's the graphic. There's the capital letter gesture. There's the period. Use Brainy gestures, take turns with your neighbor, orally complete the sentence as many times as possible, 1 minute. So, in the first one, name the 5 Brainies. In the second one, make as many Brainy sentences as possible in 1 minute. Mark down your score, do it again. You beat your score, both kids get a Super Improver star. All they do at level 1 is name them. What they do at level 2 is they use them. My favorite book is Whole Brain Teaching. There was one right there. Any questions? Love your questions. Any questions about with you so far, says teacher in South Dakota. Our heart says got it. Just project it. U.S. history in 6th grade. Put down some history vocabulary there. Game 3. Blank because blank. Same thing, but use the word because. Boom, 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 boom. Rep, 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 rep. Minutes up. Try to break your record. Rep, 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 rep. 2 minutes. 1 minute to set a record, another minute to break it, a minute to get it going, and a minute to unpack it. You've got a minute left over. Here's game 4. And. Capital letter, because, and, period. Now when you get to and, my friends, when you get to and, you're in an important place. I love whole brain teaching because it's fun and it's free. Now you've got 2 pieces of evidence to back up your statement. That takes some thinking, which our kids usually don't do in this pattern. Who's with me on game 4? Look at game 4. Here it is. Add the and. So simple. Same 40 words. It's going to take you maybe 5 minutes to teach this game. You time them, Melinda. You say go, boom, 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 boom. One kid has to make tally marks for every repetition. I'll show you their scorecard in a second. Everybody does it at the same time. All right. Game 5, triple whammy sentence. There it is, my friends. And note this. If you don't put a big comma there and a big comma there, kids will forget one of those commas. So there it is, nice and clear and graphic. I love whole brain teaching because it's fun, zoop, free, zoop, and it's effective. When you get to the triple whammy, the kids are now creating a very, very complex thought with 3 pieces of evidence to support their statement. That's an argument complex enough to start an essay in college. How do I know? I taught college for 40 years. So that's game 5. So simple, game 5. We only got 3 games to go. Start them at any level you want. Listen. Pick a book that you want them to write about. Pick yesterday's lesson that you want them to write about. Pick a current event that you want them to write about. So flexible. 5 minutes a day. Speaking, thinking, and writing skills. Here's the next game. There it is, my friends. Now notice the color coding that makes it so easy. Here's the triple whammy sentence. Here's the gestures up here. Green, blue, red. Green sentence, blue sentence, red sentence, triple whammy paragraph. You might say, Coach, I'm not sure my kids can do this. Let me tell you, they can do it with enough reps. They can do it. I'm taking off the glasses. They can do this in kindergarten. Andrea Schindler's kids do it in kindergarten. Farrah Shipley's kids do it in 1st grade. Why can't kids do this? Not enough repetitions. Not enough motivation. Remember we said kids will do anything for a super improver star. If you want, I'm going to let you do this. If you want, you could give them 2 minutes at the triple whammy paragraph. Speak a paragraph. Questions or comments? Melinda Sprinkle says, preach it, Coach. Jay Loftus says, we use these in 1st grade with personal narrative. Good prep for competition Brainies, says Bree007. You're so right. Holton, Texas, getting chills. I hope that's not a reaction to your medication. You see the colors make the whole structure. Let me just talk about the color coding. My friends, Step Up to Writing, a very popular and powerful program, uses color coding. We color code differently. We think the key thing for students to understand is the structure of an essay. Step Up to Writing uses color coding within a paragraph. Choose your color coding. All right. We're at game 6. Now, I'm going to throw you for a loop, but please stay with me. Game 7 is Freestyle Brainies. Using brainy gestures and taking turns with your neighbor, orally complete as many sentences as possible in 1 minute. Use any of the Brainies above, but 2 sentences in a row cannot start with the same word. Let me explain this. We've been building up to the triple whammy paragraph, but now we're going to cut them a little slack. Use any Brainies you want. It doesn't have to be those, but 2 sentences in a row cannot start with the same word. That's Freestyle Brainies. Why? Hello, my friends. I think we got too excited there. All right, so where did we leave off? I think we left off here at Freestyle Brainies. Everybody remember Freestyle Brainies? Let me go over that again. The deal on Freestyle Brainies is kids can use any Brainies they want, but 2 sentences in a row cannot use the same word. Is everybody digging 2 sentences in a row can't use the same word? That's going to give you a lot of variety, and kids write 2 sentences in a row all the time. Big issue in 5th grade, says Southern Dakota teacher. All right. So let me explain. Freestyle Brainies are introduced at this point because the central goal of writing at all levels is sentence variety. There's no easier way to teach sentence variety than the rule 2 sentences in a row can't begin with the same word, which kids do all the time. So do you see that what we're working on here are central writing problems in 5 minutes a day? Rep, 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 rep. With no writing yet. We'll save that just for level 8. When kids can speak and write a triple whammy paragraph, it's an easy step to a triple whammy essay. Whoever thought going from a paragraph to an essay would be easy? There's the paragraph. Triple whammy sentence, blank because green, blue, and red. Green paragraph, blue paragraph, red, blue, and green, concluding paragraph. Do you see the simplicity and power of these 8 games? Who's thrilled out of their skull with the simplicity and power of these 8 games? So simple, so fast, so easy. Liz from Elizabeth just fell off her chair. Let's wrap it up, my friends. Give your kids a time period, 10 minutes, and let them write for 10 minutes. This is the writing piece. This is what you're moving up to. So 10 minutes a day, that way no one rushes through it. Here are the 8 super speed brainy games. 1. Name that brainy. Capital and period. Use the because clapper. Add an and. Triple whammy sentence. Triple whammy paragraph. Freestyle Brainies, so you don't have 2 sentences in a row with the same word. And a triple whammy essay. What I'm liking about this game is it's so clearly scaffolded. So flexible, fits any topic. Oh, wait a second. Any kid could do it at any grade level of any ability. I think I meant it's the wisdom game hiding under a super speed brainy mask. Let's hear from our online audience. What I'm crazy about. What are you liking about Super Speed Brainies? Online audience, you're teachers. What are you liking about it? Melinda says, lots of variety. All the repetition, says Carlson. Joycery says, the game structure and repetition ties in with the SIT. Andre says, it's quick, fun, and challenging. Simple and quick, huge bang for the buck. We can fit it in 5 minutes. Oral language before written language, says R. Clark. Lots of practice, little paperwork to grade and check, instant checks from peers. Fast and fun, says Holton, Texas. Start playing Super Speed Brainies and let me know the results. Student teams record their scores in the Super Speed Brainy scorecard. Remember, they get a Super Improver star. There's the scorecard. So what did they get with Name That Brainy? Or what did they get with And? Or what did they get with a triple whammy essay the first or second or third or fourth time they played? They just write their scores here. Easy way to keep track. No bookkeeping for the teacher. Assign them to play one game every day. Only takes 5 minutes. What other task would dramatically increase students' speaking, thinking, and writing skills in so short a time? I dare say not too many other things. They're going to enormously increase their skills, and here it is. Here it is. They're going to learn one of the most important lessons in human history. Not only are they going to be better writers, but they're going to learn one of the most important lessons in human history. Who's eager to learn one of the most important lessons in human history? This is the lesson that has driven civilization forward. It's also the lesson that drives every genius, every athlete, every great artist forward. It's the big lesson. Are you ready? So what's the big lesson? My friends, the big lesson, what is the big lesson that kids are learning for this? And I'm telling you this, my friends. I'm telling you this. I would love it if you would write this lesson, this principle, in the front of your classroom. Here's the belief that drives civilization forward and that every kid should know. Here it is, my friends. No more waiting around. We can break every record we set. That's what drives civilization forward. Set a record to break it. This is our motto. We can break every record we set. Wibbeteers everywhere, write those words across the front of your room. Who's on board for that as a WBT slogan? Jenny D says she is. Simple but powerful. Blizzard says on the board. I'll do it tomorrow, says Hart. Michelle Shelton loves it. We can break every record we set. It says everything. That's what we're about in civilization, my friends. That's what drives culture forward. Make a car, sets a record, or break it. Set it, break it, set it, break it, set it, break it. And we're on the wrong track in education because we're rewarding for ability, not for record breaking. If you reward for ability, I'm going to preach it now, brothers and sisters. I'm going to preach it right now. If you reward for ability, the bottom kids will never get a reward. If you reward for ability, the top kids will keep doing the same thing. Why should they improve? They're getting the reward. And the middle kids know they're not going anywhere. Reward for ability, that's what you get. Oh my goodness. That's what we've got. Reward for improvement. For personal record breaking. Then your top kids have got to push it. Your middle kids have got a chance. As good a chance as your bottom kids. That's the revolution in a nutshell. Reward for personal improvement. Every record we can break, any record we set. That's our motto. So my friends, here is our friend, Ms. Linenthal. Hi, Coach. Hello, Ms. Linenthal. Gosh, Superspeed Brainies sounds great, but how could I get professional development credit for this broadcast and a copy of these slides? Well, Ms. Linenthal, go to wholebrainteaching.com tonight. Put down $5.89 in the PayPal button, and if you do it tonight, I'll send it tonight. Here is the PayPal button at wholebrainteaching.com. You will get this wonderful certificate, all the slides, and I'm interested to know who would love a webcast, a series of webcasts on whole brain parenting. Can I get your help in publicizing whole brain parenting? Do we need whole brain parenting? Next week is Wonderful and Sad. The wonderful part is we're going to summarize Whole Brain Teaching 2.0, 9 lessons in 1 hour. And the sad part is it's the last webcast of the series. So we will be back in January. So bring your friends, bring your cranky enemies. 9 lessons in 1 hour summarizing Whole Brain Teaching 2.0. I'd love to come to your campus. I'd love to help your school. Get your principal to email me, chrisbiffle@wholebrainteaching.com. Now I said there were a lot of freebies. Here are the freebies. 147 pages. Watch this. First, the posters. Capital letter poster, explanation. End mark poster, explanation. Because clapper, explanation. And, explanation. Comma. Those are the 5 right there. Here's Jumbo Brainies. All the critical thinking Brainies. Because. And. Also, in addition. For example. In conclusion. But however. If then. Triple whammy, detail adder, simile metaphor. Then look at the Jumbo Grammar Brainies, independent clause, prepositional phrase, advanced sentence 1, advanced sentence 2, and on and on and on. The whole pack of posters for 35 competition Brainies and more goodies than I even have time to describe. Tonight, $5.89. Who's thrilled by the freebies? That's what I want to know. Denise says, holy smokes. Where's the wallet, says Bree. I'll stay online for about 15-20 minutes tonight. $5.89. But do think about developing a relationship with whole brain teaching. When we say connect, we mean connect it to another vocabulary word or connect it to a Power Pix. My friends, I'm going to miss you over Christmas, but you'll be in my prayers. If we had the word scintillating and we had a comparing and contrasting verb, we might use a verb with the word scintillating for a connection. All right, my friends, please keep my family in your prayers. We had a glorious breakthrough the other night. We still need prayers. We know that prayers are powerful. But pray for the health of my family. We will see you next week. Do have your principal contact me. It's power to the teachers and power to the kids, and Coach B signing off. Superspeed Brainies tonight. See you next week, summing it all up. Happy Thanksgiving, and God bless us all, my friends.